Baseball has seen records of incredible feats that have been made over the decades. There are a ton of baseball records, some that can be broken and others that won't ever be. In this video, we look at those records that are just unbreakable. Most of the records in this video have been set in the late 1800s to the end of World War II. Nevertheless, let's look at some incredible records. Matt Kilroy, most strikeouts in a season. Let's start with an unbelievable record that will surely never be broken in today's game. In 1886, Matt Kilroy struck out 513 hitters. The modern-day record is 383, set by Nolan Ryan in 1973, and since 2000, the best is Randy Johnson, who struck out 372 hitters in 2001. Striking out 200 hitters in a single season is a great deal, let alone 300. Now you're talking over 500. Impossible. Joe Swirl. Least strikes Joe Swirl did something that we most definitely will never see again in today's day and age. A lot of hitters have the approach of not caring if they strike out if it means they can hit with more power Aaron Judge or Giancarlo Stanton. They strike out a considerable amount, but are still incredible players. Not everyone is like that, of course, but even the most extreme contact hitters who refuse to strike out will never accomplish what Joe Swirl from Alabama accomplished in 1925. Swirl struck out 4 times. That's it. He struck out just 4 times in 699 plate appearances from 1925 until the rest of his career. His total strikeouts in a season were single digits, as he never struck out more than 9 times in a season after 1924. This guy is the definition of putting the bat on the ball and not swinging outside the zone. It's incredible. Swirl holds the record for the lowest strikeout rate in Major League history, punching out on average only once every 73 plate appearances, while also having the most consecutive games without a strikeout at 115. Now, of course, this all happened in a very different era than today, but it's still incredibly impressive and something that will never happen again. Ty Cobb, best batting average. Ty Cobb was an incredible hitter, one of the best. He has the highest career batting average ever in history at .366. We're talking about a guy who, besides his first 2 years in the league, which weren't even full seasons for him, never hit below .320. Imagine doing that for 22 years straight. That's insane and something that just isn't happening no matter how good of a hitter anyone is in today's game. Ty Cobb was also a madman who managed to steal home plate 8 times in 1912. Nobody steals home anymore, and if they do, it's a massive deal. Now imagine it happening 7 more times by the same person. Sam Crawford. Most inside-the-park home runs in a season. Inside-the-park home runs are pretty rare, not the rarest thing in baseball necessarily, but certainly not something you will see all the time. Well, Sam Crawford of the 1901 Cincinnati Reds was quick enough to hit 12 in one season. Yes, in 131 games played in 1901, Sam Crawford hit 16 triples and 12 inside-the-park home runs. That's an impossible record to break in this day and age. Joe Nuxhall, youngest baseball player during World War II, a ton of players were sent out to fight, of course not able to play baseball during that time because of it. The Cincinnati Reds were just one of many trying to fill out their depleted roster, and that's when they discovered Joe Nuxhall. The team originally intended for Nuxhall to be with the team by the summer, but after losing even more players due to the war, Reds general manager Warren Giles ended up getting permission from Nuxhall's principal to have him on the team by opening day. Yes, you heard that correctly. A principal. Joe Nuxhall was a 15-year-old high school student. The Reds were so desperate that they signed him. With that being said, he was a pretty big kid at 6 feet 2 inches tall and 190 pounds. He was a lefty and threw hard. Once the teenage Nuxhall started pitching in the big leagues, this great quote came from him. "I was pitching against 7th, 8th, and 9th graders, kids 13 and 14-year-olds. All of a sudden, I look up and there's Stan Musial and the like. It was a very scary situation." Nuxhall ended up having a pretty solid career, pitching in 16 seasons, mostly off the Reds, with a 3.90 career ERA. He got named an All-Star twice. After retiring in 1967, Nuxhall stuck with the Reds and became a part of their broadcasting team until 2004. There is now a rule in Major League Baseball that you cannot be younger than 18 and play in the big leagues, so we should probably never see anyone that young become a Major League player ever again. That's it for this video. If you enjoyed watching this video, remember to leave a like, subscribe and ring that bell icon so you can see our upcoming videos. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.